Good morning, gang. Happy Thursday. So the week goes on. It's been one hell of a week, hasn't it? It doesn't matter where you live in this country. Stuff is just going foobar right now. And October surprise, we don't even know what that is yet. God. So like I said in the title here, believe half of what you see and nothing of what you hear. All right. My email has absolutely blown up with internet rumors and stuff like that. Now, I'm going to qualify this by saying I can't speak for what's going on with North Carolina or Georgia or Florida or anything like that. The only things we can speak about are what we've actually experienced. And in our case, that is Newport, Tennessee and Greenville, Tennessee. Okay. The rumor is flying all over the place that FEMA is in confiscating donations. At least I can say this. In Newport and in Greenville, that is 100% absolutely false. That is a lie. Again, I don't know what's going on in North Carolina or anywhere else. Okay? I haven't been there. I will say in talking to the people, well, first off, we had something like this happen. Well, I was at the last store getting the chili and getting the water. Brett was staying with the convoy and said somebody came over and told him that we weren't going to be allowed to drop off our stuff. And of course, I had Diane with me, who Diane had already talked to Casey, and everything was all good, and we didn't have a problem. When I was in the staging area, dropping everything off, I asked one of the volunteers about it, and they said, oh yeah, what you have are imposters running around when they see people donating saying, oh, you can't do that, FEMA's going to confiscate it all, but you can bring it over to this place, meaning whatever relief station they had set up. So they're scammers, okay? You know, whether it's, and I'm not going to say it's a church or something like this, but my guess is these are people that are trying to get all this stuff for themselves so they can turn around and try to resell it or something. But again, believe nothing that you hear. All these internet rumors are false for Newport and Greenville. I can't speak about anywhere else, okay? Because we had no problem delivering God knows how much stuff. What is my best guess right now, about $85,000 worth of food and supplies to those two towns. Delivered them fine, okay? So that was that. The next one that is going around, and I can't confirm this one at all. I'm trying to look into it, but of course this one, good luck finding. Apparently around Asheville, which has been totally decimated. Oh yeah, notice where Joe went. Who was it that said if Joe actually came down here, if he went anywhere, it would be to Asheville? Yeah, that would be me. Okay. Joe went to Asheville. Okay. And there's all these rumors that are going around that apparently there are large deposits of lithium, which obviously lithium batteries, and large deposits of, I believe it was quartz, that somehow was used in semiconductor chips or something like that. Very clean, right? And I guess the government has been trying to get the people who live in the areas around this to give them mining rights to go get all this sort of stuff, and the people have been fighting it. This is all what I'm hearing, okay? And so now you have the issue of, well, everything's devastated and the rumors are coming out. We're just going to bulldoze the entire town, and then the government, of course, will take it over and they'll go mine the lithium and mine the quartz, right? That's kind of the rumor out there. I'm trying to get whatever information on that I can find, factual stuff, not people's opinions, not some other YouTubers or some bloggers' comment out of it. You know, if somebody's got minutes from a town hall or something like that, that's factual stuff. That I'll read into. Okay. So if you got that, send it to me so I can do this. It's funny how I wind up being an investigative journalist sometimes. So you have that. I want to give everybody a thought real quick, okay? Because we've all seen the empty stores. I mean, there aren't any stores out here, but we've seen the empty stores moving further out. Many of you guys have sent me emails. It's already down in Texas. It's in Missouri that people are going into stores and surprise, surprise, the toilet paper is wiped out, okay? I had told you guys about Dina yesterday and the second truck. Costco has now put a national policy in, get this, that you can't buy water by the pallet, right? Okay. Why? Because they're too afraid of people hoarding. I mean, when we're calling up saying we want to buy this water that's 6 hours away to send it to the victims, and Costco turned us down. And Dina called to corporate, and corporate said, no, we don't do that. That's now a nationwide policy. We don't want people hoarding. Who the hell is hoarding water? Okay? If you live in Indiana, okay, you're not going to go buy pallets of water and put it in your garage, okay? It just doesn't make sense. So it starts to get into the situation of, are the companies trying to restrict people from helping? Is there some sort of government order to restrict people from helping, right? Because all of a sudden, the Cash App deal. Never had a problem with Cash App before. You know, as it came down further, like I said, they were using the excuse of the amount of transactions. Well, y'all know we've done the Christmas stuff, and I've never had a problem with more than 25 transactions in a day. In 4 years of doing that, never had that problem, and all of a sudden we had it. So now they were saying, now the word is coming out, oh, they're trying to prevent fraud. Even though I spent 5 hours on the phone with them explaining exactly what I was doing and had proof to what we were doing, no, still didn't happen. Okay. But then you had the banks were trying to make it difficult. I mean, give you this. I had called my banks to tell them I'm going to be putting large amounts on credit cards. Please put it through. Okay. American Express said no problem. My Visa cards, nope, they declined them. And I had to call the bank and say, WTF, this is what I'm doing. And we eventually got it through, trying to make it as difficult as possible. Michelle had the same issue with her bank. They wanted to take the money in, but they did not want to let her spend it. Eventually, she's like, fine, then you're not getting the money. And she went and did everything with the cash that she had on hand to do this. It's just over and over and over that everybody is trying to make it as difficult as possible for people to help. The people in Tennessee, the people in North Carolina, the people in Georgia, the people in Florida. Okay. Pay attention to that. We don't know, again, how much words come, again, speculating here. Hey, you know what? Don't let people buy in bulk. We don't want them sending supplies, right? Because again, remember, this is all red states. Somebody brought up a good point yesterday. The election's a month away. How are all the people in Newport and Greenville and Asheville, how are they going to vote? Right? Think about that for a second. These are issues we get. So I want to bring this one in to you. You know, Greenville, no electricity. Newport, spotty electricity. Asheville, city's gone, okay? What are they doing? How are they doing anything? So here's my question, and this has been my big one for a long time. You guys have heard it, and a lot of people say, you don't know anything about it. You shouldn't be talking about it. So let me ask you this. How's your debit card working in the hurricane-struck areas? Or how's your Bitcoin working in the hurricane-struck areas? It ain't, because there's no electricity, okay? If anything will prove to the country that digital currency will not work, this is it, The only way you are buying anything around there, and there are stores open in Newport, don't get me wrong. Okay. They got no electricity, so you can't use debit card. I mean, not like you're going to walk into, I actually went into the vape shop real quick. That was across from where we were doing it because I broke my pipe. And they can't take credit cards. They're not taking anything electronic. You either paid in cash or gold and silver. Gee, what group of people have mentioned that for, I don't know, years? That you need to have physical currency, not digital. But no, we don't know anything about Bitcoin, and we shouldn't be talking about it. We don't know anything about that sort of stuff, right? Because it's the answer to everything until the lights go out. So that was another one I want you to put in mind. So when they're saying, oh, Bitcoin's the solution, this is how we can do everything. No, it's not, okay? You need to have physical. Not saying there isn't a place for it, sure, but it's not the only answer. It's like anything else, even with our money. We need to diversify. You need to have physical assets. You can have digital assets in the world we live in now, that's fine. But one or the other is not any good, okay? Both are needed. And anybody who says, yeah, we need to go to a cashless society is a flippin' moron, okay? Yes, I'm talking to you, World Economic Forum. So enough about all that. So let's go into what's going on in Israel. All the lovely things we have to deal with, a supply chain problem, there is nothing on the shelves, hurricane, we can go on to, let's see if we go into World War III. Well, our illustrious commander-in-chief came up with his solution for how we're going to deal with Israel and Iran. Reporter asked him specifically yesterday, will the U.S. help Israel against Iran? No. We're going to put sanctions on Iran. Ooh, let me see if I get this right. We're going to go back to another Trump policy because Trump had sanctions on Iran and crushed them and they couldn't do anything. You released all the sanctions and guess what Iran did? Trying to start World War III again. Okay? And don't give me this crap that we're not doing anything helping Israel, Joe, because we all already are. The military has already said that they were also shooting down Iranian missiles with the barrage the other day. So, yeah, we're already doing it. When we're sending troops, when we just sent the Tennessee National Guard to the Middle East, yeah, we're doing something, Joe. Don't say we're not. Don't come up like you're some pacifist. You're a freaking warmonger. We all know it. You've been asking for this for 4 years, and you're going to make sure you get it right before an election so you can screw with us some more. If people haven't realized that our government is not here to serve the people, they're only there to serve themselves, you really need to wake up. People need to look around them and go, what are we getting for everything that we do? Kamala Harris came out yesterday with her 10-minute walkthrough of some place, I'm on the ground around the hurricane people, or hurricane victims, and said, the government is going to give each one of the people who was displaced $750. Well, I guess that's an improvement over Maui because they only got $700. So the people in North Carolina and Tennessee, whatever, are going to get $750. I guess that's the 14% inflation number that they're just cooking in. But yeah, that would be part of it. I'm sorry, you just lost your house, your barn, your car, your everything. $750 should set you up pretty good to get you back on your feet. Yeah, I'm sorry that the business you worked at is closed. The farm you ran is destroyed, whatever. But that's $750. We're doing real good. But don't worry about those illegals that we're giving $2,500 a month to. Right? Yeah. This is what's going on. As I said yesterday, the American people, all of us, not just the ones down here in hurricane-affected areas, need to stand up and remind the government that they need us and we don't need them. We'll do this on our own, but we're getting rid of them. And in 1 month, we'd better do it. Pinball out.